Hello, my name's Chris, this is Blue Kraken Gaming, and welcome back to Satisfactory, where if you are enjoying the series, I would ask that you please consider leaving a like, a comment, or a subscription. Any or all help the channel grow and they help get out in front of other people, so thank you very much to those of you that do that. Now, in our last episode, we basically started getting a bit more of the prep work done for these blenders to be put together so we can start looking at our fused modular frames. And as mentioned at the end of the episode, I did just put these conveyor heads on and the pipelines in, but I've done none of the belt work underneath. But I have run power and set the recipes for all of them, so we've got that. Now our hold up for this is actually going to be not this. It is going to be these. So this is saying we're bringing in 105 a minute. Oh, that's been dropping. But we actually need like 1,200 of these casings a minute. So we're going to be a long way from getting that done. Now, what I want to get... I have a plan for how we can get more. But I want to get started with actually having some of these items at least being produced. So, to that end, what we're going to do is... I do need to run these down. And I'm thinking... Yeah, I'm going to do it this way. So, I'm just going to run the corresponding conveyor lifts down, and then we're going to start working on laying these out. So I am just going to quick time lapse for you guys now, so I hope you enjoy that, and I will be back in just a moment. Okay, so that is, and this is the problem, well, I say a problem, so this is going to be for the aluminium casings. However, this line here that we've actually dropped down is for our heavy modular frames. So what we're going to need to do is we're going to need a splitter, and then we're going to need to do this out for all of them. So that's going to get this started. Okay. And then how do I want to get this bit done? So I'm thinking what we do is if we grab this, and you're going to come straight out like that. Oh, that's too steep. Okay. What if we try to put it here? Yeah, that works. That will get us up and over. That's fine. Cool. So then, this batch, we've then got our splitters again. So we can just run these out. Oh, whoa, that wasn't in place. There we go. And last one. Now, for these, they need what, 1.5 a minute, and we've got 16 of them. So that's 24. So a Mark 1 belt is actually going to be fine for all of this. Now, I don't know if I've got enough standard steel plates. I mean, we'll find out, and if we don't, there's going to be a cut to go get some more. Right, and then you are coming up here. Perfect. Lovely. And then we can just feed all these in like this. Ooh, it's going to be close. It's not going to be enough. Oh. That is infuriatingly short. Although So actually we only need a Mark 1 to come out of this container here. So yeah, we're going to have to... Mark 3 that from there. But then yeah, we're going to have to... I'm going to have to fix that because that's just going to bother with me if we don't have that all set up nicely. So that's going to load all of that up, which is great. I've then got the outputs down there, which is fine. Now we need to get this set up. Now, how are we going to do this? So what I'm thinking is if we grab that, and you are going to need to be much faster. Oh, I'm missing the iron plate to do that. Fine. Fine. Grab the Mark 3s there. I mean, yeah, it looks horrible now, but we'll fix that. Right, and then 2. So you're going there. And then can you get up to here? You can, but that is horribly clipping. So let's try and put one this side of it. But I'm now thinking that's going to be too steep. Yeah, that's going to be too steep. Okay. So, if we take that back, we go 1, 2, and we raise that. No, too steep. Okay, how do we do this? I mean, that's not the worst thing in the world. And then I can just run that along like that. Okay. Alright, we'll do that. Right, okay, so then we're just going to put one of these in before every splitter. Probably don't need quite that many, and now I'm out of plates. Okay, so I'm going to have to go back and get some plates. But let's work out how high this needs to be. I think it needs to be there. And grab that. No, not the power line, the splitter. Oh, I'm at the iron plates for the splitters. Okay, alright. Clearly I need iron plates, so I'm going to go back and I'm going to grab a stack of iron plates, and I will be back in a few moments. Okay, right, and we're back. So, we have the resources we're missing, and we can finish putting these down. So you're going to go there, and then we need another one. No, like here. Okay. Now, I'm only going to turn on one row of these purely because we know we're not producing enough aluminium casings at the moment to actually run both banks of these. And to be fair, we know we're not producing enough for even one of these. But I'm just going to set the beltwork up for one of them so that when we get the extra cases sorted, we're ready for it. We don't need to do too much with it. So, you're not going to play ball until I get the other lifts down, are you? So let's grab you. Cool. And are you going to play ball? No, I'm going to need to bring the lifts down. So let's make sure they're lined up nicely. Perfect. It's there. Now they are chugging a bit because the one upstairs, or the lift head above, is actually the one that each machine needs, which I think is a Mark 2. Oh, hit the autosave. So they will chug a little bit from the looks. But I mean, this is only the logistics floor, so I'm not too worried about that. But then, like I say, we'll get the first bank going and starting to get some being produced, because once we start getting some fused frames produced, I think we're going to be able to start looking at... Oh, why are you not locking? Oh, means I need to be really... Right. Finicky with it. Yeah, that's fine. That'll do if nothing else. Right, you're linked. Are the others all gonna? The others are all gonna lock in. That's fine. No, they're not. Why? Why? It's so weird how some do and some don't. Come on. Right. So yeah, once we start getting some of these being produced, I think that's going to let us, or will give us everything we need for tier 3 miners, which is going to be good, because then we can really start ramping and doing things at full speed, which to my mind is going to be quite exciting. Okay, so that's all the solids sorted. Now we've got the gas to bring through, and my plan for the gas is to kind of feed it in from the other side. So if we bring you down like this, there we go. Right, change you. There we go. So that's the plan with these. So they are just one out like that. Lovely. Cool. That's that sorted. Nice. Okay, nearly there. Cool. Okay, and then we can grab a junction cross. We should be able to run that all the way down. Don't quite know why it's not linking into these bits to the left, but it is there. Okay. Right, come on. Come on, in you go. Right, and then we're going to run Mark II all the way along. And this is where it's going to be really interesting, because we don't need to pump any of this, because gases don't need pumping, they just need pressure. So we just need to make sure the pipes are full. Now, I'm thinking what we can probably do, because I've got the gas over here, if we bring you up onto the ceiling. Right, let's give this side a wall, and then we can put the just fill in that gap there. Right, and then we can put a wall pipeline hole. You can go into there, and then you I think can do that. Right, and then we'll just run this straight the way down. Oh, not lined up, is it? That's really annoying. Right. if I do that, I mean, for a start, that's not lined up. Right. That's what I want to do. Right, and then we're running that line. Right, you're coming straight out like this. In fact, are you actually on a line? Yeah, you're on this line here. That makes life easy. Okay. Just run that as far as it goes. Oh, that was lined up. Didn't look it. Okay, so that should now start filling with nitrogen gas. There we go. We can see it pumping along. That should be more than enough to fill all of this. That does look like it's filling. Okay. Let's just nip upstairs. Our first one is working. There we go. Fused modular frames. Nice. Okay. So, what are the rest of you waiting for? Is it just the nitrogen to flow in? Yeah, it's just the nitrogen to flow in, but we should be plenty good on that. Okay. So now, we've got to get these fused frames out of here. And you know, I haven't actually sorted that out yet. But, considering everything else we've done, that's going to be a drone job. Okay, I can get a port and a drone here. Okay, so let's then start merging it in this direction. Come on. Right, and then these are all just coming along like this. Exciting, I'm seeing these frames moving. Cool, okay, there we go. There's a pair of them. Right, okay. So, we have fused modular frames now being produced, which is truly excellent. Right, what I'm going to need to do is I'm going to need to take these windows out. I'm going to need to take that railing off. Right, and then concrete floor. Yeah, you don't know that's a blueprint, do you? Right. There we go. Another drone port like that. And then we'll grab the modern railing. And that is genuinely... What? That was just there to stop that happening? Oh, that's trouble. Ah! Okay, now I've got to try and get back up there. Right, okay. At least I have some fuel. Blimey. Okay, yeah, that little rating is specifically there to try and avoid me flying off the edge like that. Right, come on. Here's a longer way back. And of course it's uphill, I can't slide. Right. It is doable. I have done it before because I did fall that far. And I'm kind of glad they've changed the fall damage. So now if you fall from any height, it's not lethal. It's just very nearly lethal. Because that is very appreciated. Right, come on, let's get up. There we go. I know there's a hard drive there. Right, now we can head over. I know there's another hard drive up there. Right, there we go. We've got the hover pack back now at least. That's great. Right, okay. So now we can try and do this, and when we get back to the Nexus, we can put another drone port there and we can start shipping this out, which is going to be something we need. Right, okay, let's grab that railing and we'll just run that down there. Okay, so I need one of these walls to line up with where you're feeding in, which is neither. Okay, if I grab that, cool, I can have a conveyor 2. I mean, that's still not perfect, but it is better. Right, okay. So, we're going to go Ellie whoop. Ellie whoop. So that'll step over. And then we'll bring it back down as sharp as we can. And straight in there. Cool. Right, and then we need power. Okay, so you need to get upgraded. Right, and then we're going to run a fresh one over here. And into this. We then need a underbit for getting the batteries over here. Or do I? No, we can do that at the other end. We can feed the batteries from the other end. So this is going to be fused frame out. And there we go. We're making fused modular frames. Not at a quick rate, but we're making them. Cool. So I'm going to pull those back to the Nexus. And then the next plan is going to be to try and up the aluminium casing production, because we are not making enough. Because what is our throughput at the moment? 407 out of the 1200 we need. I mean, that's just about gonna. That's not even gonna keep this this first bank here done, because it needs 75 a minute. That's 75 times 8. There you go, 600. So this first bank here needs 600, which we're not pulling in. We're pulling in 400. But slightly shorter episode today, so apologies. But that's where I'm going to try and wrap it up. So as usual, likes, comments, subscriptions, they all help the channel grow. They help get it out in front of other people. So thank you very much to those of you that do that. Thank you very much to my patrons. Your patronage is very much appreciated. And please don't forget that as patrons, you do gain access to the save files for both this and Stranded Deep, so that you can explore those worlds at your leisure. But other than that, thank you all very much for joining me today. I hope you had a great day. And we're just going to have a quick look, but I'm pretty sure I got this one. Yep. And I will catch you all next time.